The gift of love. Rohan was a kind and simple boy who lived in a small village with his parents. Their house was tiny and old. The walls had cracks, and the roof sometimes leaked during the rainy season. They did not have many things in their home, just a small table, 2 chairs, an old cupboard, and a few cooking utensils. Rohan's father worked as a daily wage laborer at a construction site. Every morning before the sun rose, he left home carrying his worn-out bag and returned late in the evening, tired and covered in dust. His mother worked very hard at home. She cooked food, washed clothes by hand, and sometimes stitched clothes for neighbors to earn a little extra money. Even though life was difficult, she always kept a smile on her face. Their family was not rich. In fact, they struggled to manage their daily expenses. Sometimes they had to carefully count every coin before buying vegetables. But even in these tough situations, Rohan's parents always made sure he went to school and had his books, uniform, and food. Rohan loved his parents very much. One evening while doing his homework, he noticed something that made his heart heavy. His father was sitting quietly, looking worried while checking some bills. His mother was counting the small amount of money they had left for the month. "We must save money," his father said softly. "Rohan's school fees are coming next week." His mother nodded and said, "It's okay. We don't need anything for ourselves." Rohan listened silently from the corner. He suddenly realized that his parents never bought new clothes, never went out for fun, and never spent money on themselves. A few days later, Rohan heard them talking about something else. "Tomorrow is our wedding anniversary," his mother said quietly. His father smiled weakly and replied, "Yes, but we cannot celebrate this year. Maybe next time." Those words touched Rohan deeply. That night, while lying in bed, he made an important decision. "I will give them a gift," he whispered to himself. But Rohan had a problem. He had very little pocket money. Still, he didn't give up. From the next day, he started saving every coin he could. At school, when his friends bought chips, chocolate, and ice cream, Rohan stayed quiet. Sometimes he felt tempted, but he reminded himself about his parents and the gift. "I will buy it later," he would tell himself. After school, Rohan began helping people in the neighborhood. He watered plants for an old uncle. He carried groceries for a shopkeeper. He helped a neighbor clean their yard. In return, they sometimes gave him a few coins. One afternoon, while helping at a small grocery shop, the shopkeeper said, "Rohan, why are you working so hard these days?" Rohan smiled and replied, "I want to buy a surprise gift for my parents." The shopkeeper was touched by his answer and secretly gave him a little extra money. But saving money was not always easy. One day, Rohan accidentally dropped some coins on the road, and they rolled into a drain. He felt very sad and almost cried. Another day, his friends laughed at him for not buying snacks with them. "Why are you saving money like an old man?" one of them joked. Rohan just smiled and said nothing. Months passed slowly. Every night he counted his small savings and kept them safely inside an old metal box under his bed. Finally, after many weeks of hard work and patience, Rohan had saved enough money. He went to a small shop in the market and bought a beautiful photo frame. Then he printed a picture of the whole family that had been taken during a school event. The shopkeeper wrapped the frame in colorful paper and tied it with a red ribbon. Rohan held the gift carefully and felt very excited. The next day was his parents' wedding anniversary. Before sunrise, Rohan quietly woke up and started decorating the small living room. He made paper hearts using old colored papers from school. He blew up a few balloons and tied them to the walls. The small house suddenly looked bright and cheerful. Then he placed the wrapped gift box on the table. When his parents woke up and came into the room, they were completely surprised. The room looked beautiful. "Rohan, what is all this?" his mother asked with tears in her eyes. His father looked around in amazement. Rohan walked toward them with a big smile and handed them the gift box. "Happy anniversary, Mom and Dad." His parents slowly opened the box. Inside was the photo frame with their family picture and a small handwritten note. His father read the note aloud. "Thank you for giving me everything. This is a small gift for the biggest heroes of my life." For a moment, the room was silent. Then his mother hugged Rohan tightly. Tears rolled down her cheeks. His father placed his hand on Rohan's head and said softly, "We may not be rich in money, but we are the richest parents in the world because we have you." In that small house, filled with love and happiness, they celebrated the most special anniversary of their lives. And Rohan felt proud that his small effort had brought such big smiles to his parents' faces. Heavy black heart moral, love, gratitude, and sacrifice are the greatest gifts we can give our parents.